So, talking about work-life balance, Kelly had to just run to pick up her kids at the school bus. So, our next session is actually about the new Girls Who Print membership program and the mentoring program, which, oh, that was fast, Kelly. It's a good thing you're a jogger. Woo! Good thing you're a runner. So I'm going to start and just quickly tell everybody about the membership program that we have coming next year. And it is a work in progress, but basically what we're doing is creating more programming. We're creating more content where we have a new member area. It's just not opened up on the site yet, where we have forums, we have Ask the Experts, we have the Girls Who Print regions that are popping up all over the world. And really, our mission in 2025 and beyond is going to be laser focused on uh, our attention is going to be laser focused on Girls Who Print and serving the women around the world. There has never been a more important time in the history of planet Earth to do that. Well, maybe that was a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't know how the cave women handled things back in their day. But in my lifetime, let's say, there has never been a more important time for women to learn from each other, to open the door for each other, as I said in the beginning, and to really build leaders, help build companies, and really create pathways for women to have success in the industry. If you're here or you watching this replay, well, if you're just watching the replay, you might not be on our list. So make sure you join our mailing list. But if you have signed up for this for this conference, or already on our mailing list, you're going to get a really short little informational survey. It's not really a survey, it's kind of like a form, but we just want to see who's out there, find out who's interested in some of the programs, find out the topics that people are interested in, and just do it in a way that is, we could certainly do it through the LinkedIn group, and we will as well, but just to give people their own like safe space to talk about the things that really matter to them. And a cornerstone of Girls Who Print has always been the mentorship program. And I am, thrilled to have Kelly back as our mentor mattress. And if you could just share a bit about that, and then we're going to get to the wrap up, because I know that I want to be mindful of everybody's time. We're 3 minutes over right now, which is still pretty amazing
Pretty
considering
good.
it's been going straight since 8 a.m. this morning.
No, it's quite a marathon. This has been an amazing day. But yeah, mentorship has been something that we've been focused on for years. And doing the matching is a really fascinating way to get to know you all better, on a more granular level. But really, we know that mentorship is incredibly important. Again, I just made a post yesterday about those statistics about 30% of the women being in leadership positions in the workplace hasn't moved much. There's been a lot of articles recently that say, like, we're actually, in some regards, we're actually slipping a little bit in terms of leadership. And it's hard to imagine that that's true in 2024. But an anecdotal search of my own network played that out to the percentage point when I searched for the first 61 people that had chief in their titles in my own network. 70% were men, 30% were women. And and so we know that mentorship brings access to networks, right? So when I get a notification that a mentee has applied for a mentor, I look very closely at what they're looking for. And if I don't have a mentor already queued up that's ready to go, I think, who do I know that could help this person? And some of those people aren't even signed up to be mentors. I have regularly, in fact, Catherine, bless you, Catherine, agreed to be a mentor for someone because I knew she would have
Really?
been perfect for this person.
I'm so
Yep.
happy.
And so a lot of probably several of you on this call have been tapped on the shoulder by me. But again, it's about access to networks. It is about representation, right? From down to kindergarteners all the way up, they need to see women in positions of power and influence. And that is so incredibly important. Now that's just from the kind of career trajectory structure of things, but I have a problem, you know, that I don't know if you've experienced this, Deborah, or if any of you have. I'm not out here trying to say what you need to do is, right? That's like such a sorry to the gentleman on the call, but it's like such a mansplaining attitude to tell somebody how to solve their problem. Mentorship is about, I hear you. Let's interrogate that. I've had an experience like that similarly, or I know someone who has, and these are the things I tried. This is what worked for me. I'm not out here telling people what to do. I'm listening, holding space, like Kiana talked about earlier, and I am offering observations and life experience. That's really what mentorship is about. And I will say I am having a little bit of a difficulty. There's such a crossover between coaching and mentorship that I've been doing a lot of informational calls with mentees and mentors to get to know them a little bit better before I match them. And a lot of it definitely bleeds over. It's like what you actually need is a coach, and I will find you a mentor, kind of thing. But having a mentor also builds confidence, right? We are your cheerleaders. We are your support system. And again, access to 11,000 women globally who are all about helping, right? So, and we also know that this is about diversity and inclusion too. Deborah, I don't think you and I are going to rest until that number hits 50. We may ultimately die before that happens. I don't know, but we're going to do our damnedest every day to make that number, to move that needle, to get more women in positions of leadership if that's what they want.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'm just so, you know, honored to have you as my, partner in all of this. And I did mention in a previous session that Girls Who Print is in the process of becoming a nonprofit organization so that we can get more support from the industry, quite frankly. It will help them help us help you. Like, so it's one of those things. Um, I do want to wrap up the day, and I want to do it in two parts. First, I'd like Sandy to jump on camera, and then you, Sandy, and I will just do a quick wrap up of the day. Then I'm going to turn off the recording, and everybody who's here, we're going to invite you to turn on your mics, turn on your cameras, and we'll have a conversation. But I'm just not going to record that part of it.
Yeah.
So, Sandy, just quickly some highlights of the day for you besides, and by the way, everybody, she has been up since 4 o'clock. No, you never went to sleep. That's what you
I was
did.
up at 4, yeah. I think one of the things that's, having attended this every year since the beginning, and uh, just the evolution in the tone, we're more empowered, we're more connected, we have more ideas on how we can make things work. And in the beginning, a lot of it was, this is what needs to happen, and it's actually happening now. I'm so proud of this group. I'm proud of the trajectory. It's great to see all the people on the call today, and I know people will be watching the replay as well. So, yeah, I think the tone was amazing. The tips that people shared were super helpful, and yeah, just great all the way around.
Thank you so much, Sandy, and thank you so much for volunteering your time and sharing your knowledge with everybody during your session. Kelly, final wrap-up words?
Yeah, I mean, I think the word of the day is confidence, which is a very, it's complicated, right? We can all do the Superman pose and hold our shoulders back and know that we have the education, the experience, the self-esteem, all of it. But quite frankly, a lot of us out there are in recovery from kind of a lifetime of microaggressions and programming that has put barriers in our way. And to Sandy's point, though, the tone, I don't want this tone to sound complaining, right? It isn't about that. It is, but it is about kind of the intersection of those things of saying that going forward, I will be more assertive. Going forward, I will establish better boundaries. Going forward, I will use language that lets people know unequivocally, I am not to be trifled with, right? Like, again, it's I control what is said about me. I control where I go. I control how much money I make. I say no when it doesn't work for me. I say yes when it does, right? Those are all the things. And in a world of abundance versus scarcity, abundance is why we open the door and stick something in it to keep it open. Scarcity would be why we would close it. Somebody asked a question in the chat a little bit ago. Can we talk about competitive treatment of women in the work in their own at their own companies? That's scarcity mindset. That's acting as if there is only so much to go around. And we have to be in our minds that there is plenty of seats, plenty of money, plenty of roles, all of it. We just have to take it. And for some of us, that means starting our own companies, right? Or like Catherine, I mean, I that was a master class in marketing and sales alignment,
Hello.
in negotiation,
Hello.
in breaking the mold. Like she's as good as it gets. And so was everybody. Every single person was very carefully selected to be here today. And we are so grateful to all of you who came today. We're grateful to everybody who's going to listen to this later. I believe that there is a lot of tactical, practical, actionable things to be accessed here. And just to remind you, Deborah and I and Sandy and everybody are one message, one text, one email, one call away from being your big sister who's got your back, right? We are here and we do have your back. So it's been a fantastic day.
Thank you so much again for your time and your knowledge and expertise, and for all the work that you do for Girls Who Print. I would like to wrap this up by thanking everybody who took time out of your day and gave it to us. And there have been people in here since 8 o'clock in the morning, like us. There have been people who have been coming in and out all day. I don't even know how many continents were represented, but there were a lot of them in the chat. I mean, I was so impressed with Michael Ryan from FESPA was here almost all of the day until it was way past drinking time in England. He hadn't even had a drink yet, had gone to the pub. So it is just one of those things that makes this a thriving community. All the speakers. I want to again just thank the sponsors of Girls Who Print, who made this event possible and free. The Bespoke Group, Canon Solutions America, CP Borg, Creative Squirrel Studio, Domtar, Fresh Artists, who's in the chat as well. And Barbara, if you're here, you can talk about Kids Who Print in a moment when we open up the mics. Graphic Wizard, HP, Invoke Print and Marketing Solutions. I saw Jamie McLennan in the chat. Success in Print, that's you, Kelly Malazzi. Landa, McGrew Group, Millcraft, Mamaki, Matera, Rico, Rocking Rose, R.R. Donnelly Detroit, who is having, I'm sure, a rocking Girls Who Print event today. And that's the only reason that they're actually not on the on with us.
Fairuz is here.
Oh, hello, Fairuz. Fairuz is heading up our Girls Who Print Middle East. She's from Egypt. Yay. Rocking Rose, RRD Detroit, SDDBV, Snowball Significance, Snowball Print and Marketing, Specialty Print Communications, that had not one, but two Girls Who Print Award winners today. Kiki Heron won the Rising Star, and Ryan Lefebvre and his company, Specialty Print Communications, got the first Girls Who Print Ally Award. We're going to write up about that or do a podcast, because everybody needs to be a Ryan, is all I have to say. We need more Ryans in this world. And last but not least, the Tam Tam Agency, Beatrice Touvenet, we miss you. We hope to see you soon. And for once again, thank you everybody for your time. Stay here. I'm just going to turn off the record. Did you have enough
Hold
to
on.
say?
But also let us all give some great thanks to Deborah, who put this whole thing together, did all the scheduling, sourced all the speakers, wrote every script, every question. She has devoted so much time and energy to this and has lived through a couple of hurricanes. And you are the, we would be rudderless and adrift without you. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Kelly. Until next time, everybody who's watching, print long, girls who print long, and prosper.